Welcome back to Steeler Nation Australia. Here's the reason why the Pittsburgh Steelers will not beat the Buccaneers. Now, I am very hopeful. I am super hopeful that the Steelers can go out there and rock the socks off Tom Brady. However, I want to talk about this. 3rd and 5, 21-15. Tom Brady gets sacked, and apparently that is a flag. That is a flag. Now, I haven't really given my thoughts on this situation yet, but it is almost beyond words how that's a flag. It's probably the worst thing that I've ever seen in the NFL with a flag, and how the refs control this game to a certain degree and give other players the benefit of the doubt over per se, some other rookie players I'm going to talk about. But that image right there is absolutely terrible. It was a form tackle from Grady Jarrett. Now, speaking of Grady Jarrett, I want to hear what he said in an interview a few days ago. And I'm going to go into some reasons why the Steelers, it's going to be hard. It's a 2-on-1 situation against it's Steelers versus Tom Brady versus the refs. And that's a matter of fact right now. Grady Jarrett said this. He said, just looking back on it, I'm still kind of left clueless, Jarrett said, on what I'm expected to do in that situation. 110%. What's the bloke meant to do? He beats the defensive line. He comes around the corner. He's going super fast to the quarterback. You're meant to go and hit the quarterback, sack the quarterback for a loss, and it should have been 4th down. He grabbed him by the waist, and he swung him to the ground with no ill intent to hurt Brady. What's he meant to do? What is he meant to do? It is beyond frustrating how the game is going. And if the Steelers have any chance in this game, the refs need to be out of it. Need to be out of 100%. Grady Jarrett also went on to say, if it's going to be a different rule for different players, this may be. Then I feel like you do need to review some stuff. Then maybe you make judgments on the intent of certain things, and that can be part of the game. Because it's getting to the point where it's deciding games, 100% it's deciding games, and earning and extra earn undown, stuff like that. 110%. This kind of stuff where the flag was thrown, roughing the passer in a form tackle is deciding games, and it's hurting NFL fans, and it's actually hurting the game where, in my opinion, and a lot of you guys too, might be walking away. If this happened to the Steelers or does happen to the Steelers versus Bucks, we are going to be livid and pissed off beyond doubt why this would happen. It's terrible. It's actually terrible. Now, leading up to that play was this flag as well. This was an apparent holding on the Bucks receiver, 3rd and 4, which also gave them a flag. They were almost designed in this way to go and win this game. Brady gets chances by the refs all the time. If we can all remember the tuck rule, 100%. If the Steelers remember, and I know a lot of Steelers do remember, Steeler fans, Jesse James caught that football. It went in Tom Brady's favor again. Now, I want to bring up a point in how the league is showing favoritism to one side, which is Brady, and not other players. Last week, and I know they're different refs, but they should all rule under the same book, and they don't. Last week, we saw this play with Kenny Pickett get knocked in the ribs as he was sliding. Buffalo Bills player did this, and then James Daniels would then go and James Daniels would stick up for his mate, right? How was this not a flag? 2nd and 10, 1st down, should be a flag. 15-yarder, should be going 1st and 1 from the goal line. That isn't a flag, but the form tackle on Tom Brady is terrible. Absolutely terrible. Also, what's terrible is another tackle we saw on Kenny Pickett was this fella, this Buffalo Bill. I don't even know his name. I don't want to give him any recognition. This Buffalo Bill going for Kenny Pickett's legs. Now, that is not in the right spirit of the game. How is that a flag? Sorry, how is that not a flag? Absolutely terrible. And also, good courage shown by Kenny Pickett stepping up and almost punching the dude in the face. The Buffalo Bills are going for their legs. You can't be doing that. How is that not a flag? And this one is, where it's a form tackle. Absolute form tackle. Now, let me bring this all back to a 360. What is going to happen with our Steelers? I'm very confident that our Steelers can go out there and win. I want to see something different from our Matt Canada offense. I want to see them go out and score points, get Pickens involved, and DJ and Claypool catch the ball and stay upright. Do something. Najee Harris, Warren, I want to see some spark in the offense. But it's going to be a very, very hard game with Kenny Pickett's first home game in Acrisure Stadium going against Tom Brady, the quote-unquote GOAT, who's been playing for, 25 years, 26 years, or whatever he's been playing? Been playing a very long time. What's he, 47 years old? And he's coming back. Tom Brady is coming back to Heinz Field yet again. Tom Brady has an all-time record of 9-3 in his career versus the Steelers. It's going to be a very tough game. And I think in this game, if the refs can stay out of it, and I mean really stay out of it, if it's a 3rd and 7 and we see a crossing pattern and possibly Cameron Sutton or Devin Bush might nudge a guy, and hold a play a tiny bit, do not allow the game to be dictated by the refs and the yellow flags. But I reckon we've got to see that. I need to calm my emotions because we are definitely going to see flags in wrong places, and we're going to see flags that might dictate this game towards a Tom Brady win. And that's just the reality of the situation, because when things like this happen, you have to question the league's integrity. You really do need to question the league's integrity. Why are you throwing a flag when it should have been 4th down, should have been giving the Falcons a chance to win that game, and they didn't? The Buccaneers won the game because Tom Brady is a protected species in the NFL. And if you think I'm wrong, I think you're crazy. Tom Brady has always been looked after. He's the number 1 guy in the NFL. He won't go away. And the refs, for some reason, are on his side. They're on his side 110%. Anyways, guys, thank you for checking out Steeler Nation Australia. I do appreciate all the subs, the views, the likes. What are we on now? 800 and something. I appreciate every single one of you who has subbed over the last few days. We are trying to get to that magical number of 1K. But first of all, let's get a pit stop. Let's try and get to 850 if we can. If you like the video, hit that sub, hit that like. If you're a returning viewer, hit that sub, hit that like, because I can't stand this stuff. I'm so frustrated with the league and their penalties, and they're just making up plays. They're giving games to certain teams, giving games to certain players. It's really frustrating, but I need to calm down my expectations because there's a big possibility in this game, Steelers versus Bucks could very likely come down to a few flags where it goes in Brady's favor. And it is definitely, in my opinion, the Steelers versus Tom Brady and versus the refs. I'll see you later.